Meaning I don't plan on having a seating chart for you. Meaning if you want to sit there today and somewhere else tomorrow, that is entirely your choice. Tomorrow I may have the desks arranged differently anyway, and you may have to pick a different seat. Okay? It all depends on what I'm doing with my other classes and with you people. Okay? So please understand, I'm not going to assign you to a seat unless you make me assign you to a seat. So if you're sitting next to somebody who you can't sit next to them and not either fight with them or talk with them all class period, probably better to pick a different seat, because if you don't, I will be anyway for you. Okay? And by the way, if you make me do that, there are supposed to be 24 people in here, so if I have to move your seat, it means I'm going to have to move somebody else's, and they're going to be mad at you as well. Okay? So again, if you behave like juniors and seniors in a high school class, I will treat you like juniors and seniors in a high school class. If I need to treat you like third and fourth graders in a high school class, I will. Okay? Try to make the class as fun and as exciting for you as I can. I can't guarantee you that every topic we're going to talk about is going to thrill you, but we do have certain material that we have to cover and things. Okay? I will get this out of the way in just a minute. But also, ladies and gentlemen, just so you know, each day in class I tape the lesson that we're doing. Meaning I am recording exactly what you see on the screen and exactly what you hear in the class. And then I take that and I put that out there on YouTube, so that if you are ever gone one day and wonder what happened in class on Tuesday, August 27th, you can go to the video and you can watch what happened in class. Or if, I did something in the lesson and you didn't catch it because you went to the bathroom, you got called down to the office or something like that, you can go to the video and you can watch it. It's there for you to use. You don't use it, it sits out there in cyberspace and takes up space. No big deal. Okay? But I do that for you each time, and I will show you where you can find that. Now, please be honest with me, because my record today is 4. How many of you actually opened up the email that I sent you and looked at the things that I sent you yesterday? Okay, so we're right around level, about 3 or 4 people. To be honest, I didn't expect many of you to. I know Ms. Lip has already even stated this, is that she wants to get rid of that day where just the freshmen come in and bring all of the students in together. And I don't see any reason why we shouldn't do that. Okay? But again, yesterday was a day where you were supposed to be asynchronous. You were supposed to do some things. Here's the one thing I will tell you. I am a big fan of no snow days. When people say, why don't you want a snow day? You get a day off in winter. Well, I don't want the day in January or in June going to school for a day off in January. I'd rather it be off when it's nice out than when it is snowy. So, but I don't know if the district is planning now that if we have a snow day, just to make it an asynchronous day for you or not. Okay? All right. So just so you know, your computers, I do everything on them anyway, so you can use them. Okay? You can use them, and you're going to be expected to use them. So at this time, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to take attendance. I need you to tell me where you're sitting, so when I call your name, please raise your hand so I can see where you're sitting and I can put you in the seating chart. Now, again, you're probably sitting there going, well, wait a minute, didn't you say we didn't have a seating chart? That is true, but I need something for if I am ever absent for a sub to at least look at. Okay? So I will put you in a seating chart, plus it helps me at the start because, believe it or not, even though I tell you you could sit wherever you want, most of the time you're going to go back to probably the same seat you're in now. So it will help me get to know your names a little bit faster as well. Okay? Some of you I recognize from when I had you in physical science a couple years ago or 3 years ago. So it's good to see you back. As I go through this and I call off your name, again, please let me know where you are so I can put you into attendance. And also, please let me know if I'm 1, mispronouncing your name, or 2, there is another name you go by. Okay? So on the sheet, if it says Christopher and you go by Chris, please let me know just so that I can make that adjustment. All right, Cynthia. All right. Thank you. Brianna Batista. There you are. Thank you. Leslie. Here. Where? Thank you. Marissa. Here. Thank you. Calvin. Thank you. Manny. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, you're in a treat. Manny and I get along so well in a classroom together. We really do. We really do. Tredarius? Okay. Yes, sir. Name? Oh, good. I just called you off. Please come in, grab a seat wherever you want. Okay. Please finish that snack up. Okay. And then get rid of it for me. Thank you, sir. That's where you want to be? Thank you. All right. Annalie? Thank you. All right. Virginia? Thank you. Adeline? Nagara? Torres? No. All right. Osmar? Is that close? Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Jonathan? Here. Where? Thank you. And I had you before. Yomali? Yeah. Am I even close? Yeah. Well, okay, good. Good. Get into the seating chart. All right. Fustino. Yep, gotcha. Thank you. Okay. Natalie? Oh, all right. Luis? Sorry. Luis? Okay, thank you. Edelyn? Yep. Am I good with that? I can't remember. Okay, thank you. Christina or Christian? Sorry, Christian. Sorry, Christian. Okay. Amarian? No. All right. Faith? Thank you. Okay. Esmeralda? Thank you. Sorry. Genesis? Thank you. Susan? Thank you. And Samira? Perfect. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Again, if you don't have it or don't have it out yet, please take out your computer, get logged into it, and go to Canvas so I can show you where you're going to find most of the stuff that you need for class. All right. All right. Okay. So you guys excited about the extra 5 minutes in our day? Yeah, me neither. Me neither. But we can thank the other high schools for that. So it is what it is. So, all right. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, again, conceptual chemistry class. Conceptual chemistry class is a chemistry class, but the one thing we do in this class is we take a lot of the mathematics out. It is a more general chemistry class rather than the other chemistry class I teach with is just regular chemistry, which is a lot more math in it, and it's more based for people who are definitely going on to a 4-year college course. This is set up for people who may be going to a 4-year college, but maybe you're not going for 4 years to do science or to do something like that. Yes. What's that? Okay. Great question. I'll tell you what, in a few minutes when we get going, I'll send you down to the library and maybe they can help you. Okay. All right. So if you can't get in, I'm sorry. I'll send you down to the library and they can figure it out. To be honest, that's above my pay grade. Okay. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's what conceptual chemistry is. It's chemistry, but we've taken some of the math out of it. We're going to deal with a lot of the same topics. We're going to deal with gas laws and gases. We're going to deal with resources in here. We're going to deal with materials. We're going to deal with compounds. We're going to deal with states of matter, all the things you would deal with in a regular chemistry class, just in a little different way. So at the start of each class, ladies and gentlemen, I put this on the board, and this is our agenda. Okay? So today is Tuesday, August 27, 2004. These are the things that we're going to do in class today, the things that we're going to talk about. I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about the syllabus and about lab safety today. Why? Because you probably sat through a lot of that with your other teachers, and I'm not going to do that with you today. Actually, we're going to get you working on your first activity today in a little bit. Okay? Here's the fact. Every year there are people who come into this class. Every year there are people who do really well, and every year there are people who fail. The one common thing that people who fail have in common is they don't turn in all their stuff. They miss quizzes, they miss tests, they miss labs, and they never make them up, and they think that they're going to magically pass the class. You will not. Okay? You will not. Okay? Now, maybe some of you will do well enough on the test that you could miss a quiz or you could miss a lab or two. Most people, that doesn't happen. Okay? So, again, I'm going to treat you like upperclassmen. That means that if you miss a quiz in my class, I'm not going to say, hey, you missed yesterday's quiz. When can you make it up? If you say, well, I don't know, I'm just going to let you go and not make it up then. Okay, I'll give you grade reports showing you what you're missing and things. But again, if you don't want to make up the work that you're missing, that is a choice you are making, and then you're going to end up failing the class. Okay? I will help you as much as you need to. But the one thing I cannot do is I cannot force you to do something you do not want to do. So I will not do that. I will not get into a struggle with you over things. It's like we talked about with cell phones. I'm not going to get into a struggle with you over your cell phone if you're putting it out on your desk. I'm going to simply go, please either go put it in there or please go take it down to the office. You're like, no, I'm not doing either. I'll just call somebody and have them come and get you, and I'll keep teaching while they're coming up to get you. Okay? So again, I'll treat you with the respect and the courtesy you deserve. I expect the same from you in return. Okay? Now, does that mean that if you're struggling and you need help, I will not give it to you? No, absolutely. That is my job. Okay? If you're struggling and you're having problems with something in class, I will be more than happy to help you. Now, the one thing I can't do is stop teaching the other 23 people in the class just to come over and work with you. When there's work time at the end, yes, I'll come over and I will talk with you. I will try to clear things up. If we can't manage to get it done in class, you can come and see me during home base. I'm not asking you to come see me outside of the school hours. Come see me during home base. I'll go through things with you. I will help you. Okay? If you want to come and see me in the morning, come in at 7:15. Come and see me in 10 minutes. I could probably help you with what you're struggling with and get you on your way before class even starts. I'm here before school every morning. I'm here after school every day. And I'm here during home base. And if you need assistance, I will be more than happy to give it to you. More than happy to give it to you. Okay? But if you're just going to shut down and not do anything for me, well, there's very little I can do for you in this class then. Okay? So please just keep that in mind. Okay? Here's the other thing. It's a new school year. Okay? You determine how it starts. If you start by not doing things and letting things slide and falling behind right away, that's going to make for a long trimester for you. Okay? So again, I will help you. And there are ways built into this class that I can help you. Now, I know I assigned this yesterday. I sent it out to you. I know most of you didn't check it. But what are the 4 things you think you're going to be graded on in this class? Tests. Number 1, 50% of your grade. Labs, 20% of your grade. Quizzes, 20% of your grade. One more thing. Nope. Don't grade you on homework. Nope. Don't grade you on attendance. Your final exam. That's it. Those are the 4 things that I'm going to grade you on. And here's what I will tell you. I have never failed a student who passed all 4 of the tests that they take in this class. So if you want to bank on passing all 4 tests and not do any labs or any other assignments, I'll still pass you because you've at least shown me you've learned the material. But here's the fact. Normally students don't do always great on tests. So doing something like the labs, which you can work on a partner with, which are a little bit easier to do, that helps boost your grades up. Okay? Doing the quizzes tells you if you're understanding the material, if you know what's going on. And if not, it's a great place to begin and come in and get help. Mr. Brand, why did I get this one wrong on the quiz? Okay, we can go over it and I can explain what you did wrong. All right? And I do that before the test. Why? Because when you take the test, it's too late. All right? Now, people ask me, can you do a retake on test? The answer is yes. You get 1 shot to do a retake on a test that you score under a 70% on. And you can get up to a C on that retake. Okay? But if you got a B on the test, you can't do a retake on it. If you get an A on the test, you can't do a retake. First of all, if somebody gets an A and they ask to do a retake, the rest of the class will probably beat you up anyway. Okay? So please understand that. Okay? So we do those things, and I do those things to help you. All right. Tredarius, take and fill out a pass, and then go down to the library and see if they can help you with that. Okay, sir? Do you know how to fill out a pass on there? Okay. So have you guys all seen our new pass system yet or no? We no longer have Smart Pass. Passes are done through Infinite Campus. Every teacher is supposed to have a kiosk like this. You go over, you type your ID into it, and then it will let you make a pass to wherever you need to go. It'll tell you how long you get to go and go there, and then you go and do it. Is it working or no? What's your ID? Oh, I'm sorry. 3 zeros. All right. Tredarius, we'll do it the old-fashioned way. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, just give me a second.
G-A-R-I-U-S.
Last names?
G-A-R-L.
Okay. There you go. See what they can do for you, okay?
All right,
thank you. All right. Okay. So, Canvas, ladies and gentlemen, please go to Canvas. When you do, you should find 5th period conceptual chemistry class in your Canvas. And then it should look like this, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? It should look like this. Is there anyone who cannot get there or cannot find this? Who does not have this? You don't have it? Okay. The easiest thing for me to do is send you down to the library because I don't know that they will take care of with you. Okay? All right. So, Virginia, right?
Yeah.
Here you go. Head down there, see if they can get that taken care of for you.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. All right. All right, so a couple things about Canvas here, ladies and gentlemen. They say it's a lot like Google Classroom. I don't know. We will find out. Okay? But again, it's going to be a learning process for you and for me. Why? I've never used Canvas before. Okay? So I've tried to put some things out there. We'll see how that works, ladies and gentlemen, and we will see if that works out for us today or not, because I've got some things out there for you. Over on the side over here, ladies and gentlemen, you may not be seeing all the things I have, but you should see one that says modules. If you would, please click on that, the part that says modules. Okay. So in here, ladies and gentlemen, in here I have some information for you. Okay. So the first thing that I have for you is our class daily agenda and class videos. As I told you a little while ago, I tape the class each day. So I'm making a copy of today and what we're talking about and what we're doing, and I am putting it in there. Okay? So if you click on this assignment here, and it's a resource assignment, whatever you want to call it, it takes you to this, ladies and gentlemen. So this document has these blue links in it. The dates are all links. As we go on, all of these things will turn blue like that because as we do a day, I will put a link out there for the agenda that I posted on the board that day. What this means is that if you are absent on Tuesday, September 9th, or Monday, September 9th, you'll be able to go on here and see what the class did that day. I will also put out the video eventually here later today or tomorrow morning that you can click on and you can watch the video and see what we did in class that day. So it's there for you to use. You don't want to use it, you don't have to. I put it out there for you. Okay? But it's there for you to use. So when people come up to me and go, well, what are we doing in class last week, Tuesday? I go here, go to here and find it. Because this has got a better memory than I do. So you will find it on here. You can click on it and you can see what we did. You can click on the video and watch the video. Don't have to, but it's one of the ways you can get the information. And if you don't get the information, I don't know how you're going to do well on the test on it. Okay? So that is out there for you, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? It says periodic table and list of polyatomic ions. That's what I'm going to give you right now, ladies and gentlemen. This is the periodic table. We're going to use this in class a lot during chemistry. Maybe not a lot at the start right now, but we will be using it a lot in this class. And with that in mind, Calvin, when you get it, you're going to have two here. Please send one to your neighbor next to you. Thank you. Okay. So with this periodic table, ladies and gentlemen, I have another about 1,000 copies of this. So if you lose one, that's fine. I have more copies for you. But here's the one thing I will tell you. On this periodic table, you can write whatever you want and you can use it on any test or quiz you take in this class. So any notes that you want to write on here, you can do so. And then you can use it on the tests and quizzes that we will take in this class. Okay? Now, where it begins to suck for you is when you have a bunch of notes on here and then you lose this and then you have the test coming up the next day or something. Because I will give you a new one of these, but I will not put all your notes on it. So please don't lose it. Please keep track of this. If you want, you could put your name in a corner now so that if you accidentally leave it here in class, I can return it to you. Because you're not going to believe this, but I gave out 100 and some of these today. And if you leave one in here, I don't know which of the 100 and some students it goes back to. Okay? So, your choice, but again, if you want a chance of getting it back if you leave it here, that's how you do it. Okay? By the way, if you ever find that you need another one, or, for example, I tell people, you can use this on the test. Well, they write a bunch of notes for Unit 1 on here, and then we get to Unit 2. They're like, well, I got no room left on it. Grab another one. You can use a different one for Unit 2. Use a different one for Unit 3. You can use a different one for Unit 4. Okay? The only thing I will not let you do is use 4 of them on a test. So, again, if you want more, they sit over there in those black trays. You are welcome to take as many of them as you want. Okay? As many of them as you want. Okay. This reference sheet, don't worry about it. Matter of fact, we'll unpublish it so that you don't have to worry about it. Okay? It's not something you're going to need. All right. Down here below are 3 things, ladies and gentlemen. If you had me in class, or if you had Mrs. Volkowski, Ms. Schunard, Ms. Hartman, some of the other teachers that we've had here, we all use these EISNs, Electronic Interactive Science Notebooks. I use them for chemistry class as well. So this is your electronic interactive science notebook. If you click on it, ladies and gentlemen, it'll open up. It's a Google presentation, and it will make a copy for you in your Google Drive, and it will be there for you. Now, when you do that, ladies and gentlemen, if you open it up, it's going to look like this. But here's the important thing about it. This is just now a web presentation. It is a Google presentation that is on the web. And what I mean by that is, instead of going to Canvas every day to find this and open this up, you could bookmark it and put it into one of your bookmarks for this class, and then you just go to any, to Google, and you can get to it right away. Okay? You could get to it right away, and it could save you some time rather than having to log into Canvas and then go through all that stuff. So just an idea for you, just something to consider if you want. Okay? This is your EISN. This is my EISN. They look almost identical to each other, ladies and gentlemen. The thing is, mine has information filled in that yours doesn't. So when we are doing things and we are taking notes and stuff like that, you can add them into this notebook. Now, you don't do that? Well, I guess I'm going to find out how well you know the material on the test anyway. Okay? But again, you are absent one day, or you miss a day, or you left to go to the bathroom for 5 minutes and you missed something. In Canvas, where it says Unit 1 EISN Master, that's a copy of the notes that I'm going to show you every day. So if you missed something, you can go to that and you can see what you missed. You can go to the video, you can go to that, you can see what you missed either way. Okay? So either way, you can figure out what you missed and you can get it. Okay? And that will take you to one that looks exactly like mine that I'm going to use. Questions? All right. So here's what I need you to do real quick, ladies and gentlemen. I need you to go to joinpd.com in a new tab on your computer and copy in that code under joinpd.com. We're going to do a little pair deck here real quick, ladies and gentlemen. See what you know about East High School. I use these a lot to start class. Today's is a kind of a fun one. See what you know about East High School. Some days they are there for reviewing the material we learned before. Some days they're there with crazy questions of the day, like which one would you prefer, cake, ice cream, or pie? And we can take a survey and find out which one. Manny, cake, ice cream, or pie? Ice cream, what flavor? What? What flavor? So you have all the choices in the world of any cake, any ice cream, any pie, and you pick vanilla? And people say there's no wrong answer, ladies and gentlemen. They're wrong. Vanilla is a wrong answer, Manny, but it's your choice. You can go with it. What would I choose? Yeah. I would choose ice cream.
What flavor?
I would choose cherry flavored ice cream.
That's nasty.
Door County. Why? You don't like cherries?
No.
What?
Who chooses cherry?
I do! You know what a second choice would have been, though, Manny? Pink bubble gum. Ice cream and gum, two good things put together into one great thing. Well, the gum goes bad real quick, but still. Rocky Road, not a bad flavor. It's no vanilla, mind you, but not a bad flavor. Okay? If it was cake, Manny, what kind of cake would it have been? Manny, if nothing else, you are consistent. I will hand that to you. You are consistent. I've never heard of one, but vanilla pie?
I don't like pie.
Okay. All right. Good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so let's take a look at this. Here we go. Again, it has the agenda on it. Let's see what you know about East High School. First question, ladies and gentlemen. How old is East High School? How old is East High School? You got 4 choices there, ladies and gentlemen. Pick the one that you think it is. Again, I wasn't either, but I'm telling you, you could make a choice of the responses that you have there. So take a guess. By the way, if you guess wrong in this class and it kills you, I will never ask you another question in class again. Okay? Never ask you another question in class again.
So what's the right answer?
What is the right answer?
Yeah.
161 years old. Now, it has not always been in this location, but East High School in Green Bay is 161 years old.
So what was it before?
What was what before?
It was probably not even made.
It was in a different building before.
Where was he?
I don't remember exactly where it was, but I think they moved to this location in, so that would have been like 1863 that East High started, okay? And I believe in around the late 1890s or so, it moved to this location. Okay?
You were in school?
What? Yes, when I was a kid in school, Manny. The only problem is I'm not from here.
Where are you from?
Okay. What?
Where are you from?
Chicago. Okay? Okay? So now, see, gentlemen, this is where I'm talking about the part where, I may have to make a seating chart. Okay? Thank you. So, East High School is 161 years old. Okay? All right. Anybody know who that person is? There are 4 choices. Tell me who you think that person is. Well, there's 4 choices there, so try to pick the one that you think it is. And if nothing else, eliminate the ones you know it's not. Okay? So, I hope you know who Tom Cruise is, but if you don't, that ain't him. Okay? All right. I heard somebody say who he was. Who is this? Who is this person?
Tony Shalhoub.
Shalhoub. Why am I showing you a picture of this guy?
He went here.
You're absolutely right. He's an East grad. Okay? He's an East grad, and he is an actor who was in the movie Men in Black. He was in the TV series Monk. He was in Galaxy Quest. He was in Men in Black 2. Now, I am not going to tell you that those are movies that you may know. You probably don't even know the series Monk, because it's a fairly old TV series. You've seen it? Yeah. Okay. Can you tell us a little bit about the series, what he does?
Well, he's an old investigator.
Yep.
He's not anymore because he has OCD.
Yep.
But he participates in crimes.
Yeah. The TV show Monk is about this guy who was a cop. He's now kind of retired or on disability or whatever. But he is so OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder, that he won't touch things and he has to have things in a certain way. And it was a series that was on TV for a long time, ladies and gentlemen. But again, it was in the early 2000s, so you weren't even born yet. Okay? But the point is, this is the guy who graduated from East High School. Okay? Anybody know who this person is of the 4 choices there? That is not Brett Favre. Okay?
That's crazy.
Although he does kind of look like him if you took a picture of Brett Favre in black and white. I'm glad no one picked Aaron Rodgers. Okay? I may have to update that. I'm glad only one person picked not a clue. Okay, at least you were honest. All right? This is Curly Lambeau. In case you haven't heard of him, he's the guy who the field that the Packers play on is named after. Lambeau Field. All right? He is an East High School graduate. All right? And he is one of the people who started the Green Bay Packers. He is an East High graduate. He went to Notre Dame after he graduated from East High. Okay? And he used to work at a meatpacking company. And he is the one who's helped found or start the Green Bay Packers football team. Okay? So, again, he is an East High graduate. All right, this one's a little bit harder. Any idea who this person is?
Oh, Austin Straubel Airport.
This, ladies and gentlemen, is the man who Austin Straubel Airport in Green Bay is named after. Okay? He is an East High graduate as well. Okay? and he was a major in the United States Army Air Force. He is from Green Bay. He graduated from East High. He actually was shot down in World War II, and they named Green Bay Austin Straubel International Airport in his honor, ladies and gentlemen. So, granted, not a lot of high schools have a lot of famous people go through them. These people are old, I know, but they're still fairly famous, and they still all came through Green Bay East High School. Okay. Now, they never had me as a teacher, in spite of what Manny's going to tell you. Okay. They never had me as a teacher, but anyway, they did come through East. All right. Name the 2 new principals at East High School. Type in their names in there, ladies and gentlemen. Who are the 2 new principals at East High School? The 2 guys who were not here last year that are here this year.
2 guys.
Yeah, they're 2 guys. We've got now 4 principals in our building.
I didn't know that there's 2 guys. I don't know.
You haven't met them yet? I guess that's a good thing if you haven't met the principals yet.
I don't remember their names. I'll need them.
I just want to see, okay, IDK, all right, good answers. What does IDK stand for? You don't know either, huh?
Oh, I don't know.
Ha! Set you up. Okay, Miss Lip is not a new principal. She was here last year, the year before, and the year before that. Oh my gosh, let's see. Ghetto blends, really? By the way, I don't put it up here, but I get to see who typed in what response. Okay? So please keep that in mind. Okay? Can't remember. Donald Trump. Nope, sorry. He's a little busy right now. Good. Mr. LeCaptain and Dr. Mock. Mr. LeCaptain and Dr. Mock. Mr. LeCaptain is the older gentleman of the 2, but there are 2 new principals. We actually have 4 principals now at East High, like last year where we only had 3. So we are now up to 4 principals at East High. Okay? Yes. Now remember, doctor does not mean like a doctor who you go to see at a hospital. Doctor means someone who is, there's bachelor's degree, there's master's degrees, there's PhDs, there's doctorals. There are different levels of degrees. It just means he's gone a lot farther than most people. Yes?
Isn't it one of them from Preble?
Yes, Mr. LeCaptain was a principal at Preble last year. He has now come over to East High this year. We're working on converting him. We're trying to get that Preble stuff out of him so he can be just an East High principal. Okay? So, those are our new principals. All right. How many East High staff were once sitting in the same chair as you were? Maybe not the same exact chairs, but we're students here at East High. Of our staff, how many of them were there before? Sir, name?
Mario Surprise.
Okay.
You have a seating chart?
No, I don't. You could take any one of the empty seats except for this one right here because there's somebody who's gone to the library who's sitting there. Here you go, sir. Thank you.
Okay, yeah. What's coach about this? What? I was in the put.
All right. So, let's see what you think. Hmm. 868. Not a bad response considering there's not that many teachers in this building. I don't think there are that many teachers in all 4 high schools. Okay? Sir, do you need a desk with a swivel seat or something? Because you seem to be spending a lot more time looking at the back of the room than the front.
I think I need to be more back.
Well, then why didn't you get here earlier?
I was stuck in the halls.
Stuck in the hall? What do you mean you were stuck in the halls? People don't just get out of your way when you come walking through?
They don't really respect my space.
Yeah, I'm in the order.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm probably not going to respect your aura either if you keep turning around and talking to the people behind you, just so you know. Okay? And by the way, I don't move those people to the back of the room. I move them to the front. Okay? Okay? So please keep that in mind. Again, like I said, I don't want to treat you like students who are not of your age, but you can't behave like students who are not of your age. All right. So here's the scoop, ladies and gentlemen. How many staff are... I have no idea what that just did.
It's, 92.
There we go. 9.
Oh,
There are 9 teachers here at East High who graduated from East High School.
Brian graduated from here?
Who did?
Brian.
Ryan who?
Brian Fisk.
Yes, Mr. Fisk did graduate from here,
How
yes.
long ago? Like
Ask
4
him.
years ago.
Ask him. But Mr. Van Den Houten, Mr. Rosinski, Mrs. Kiefer,
I knew that.
all right? Mr. Easter,
Sherry.
Miss Moore.
Sherry.
Okay, here's the thing, sir. If you're going to talk about these teachers in my class, I give them the respect of using their last names. I would appreciate it if you do as well. Okay? So you may be on a first name basis with them in their classroom, and that may be fine. Okay? But in my classroom, please refer to them by their last name, please. Okay? So, questions? All right. So, that was just, ladies and gentlemen, to get you into a Pear Deck to see if you know how to do that and to see what we're doing. All right, here's what I need you to do. I need you to go to Canvas again, ladies and gentlemen, and I need you to open an assignment. And that is this problem-solving activity. So if you would, please go to Canvas and open this, ladies and gentlemen. When you open it, it should look like this. Okay? In a minute, I'm going to ask you to go back to the lab stations in the back of the room. In a minute, I'm going to ask you to, based on the lab station you're at, you are creating a group of up to 4 people that you will be working with. 4 people at a group, no more than that. So when you go pick a lab station you are going to, those are the people who you are going to be working at. If you pick a lab station where there's only 2 people, it's the 2 of you. You pick a lab station where there is 4, there will be 4 of you. There are 4 slides here that you have to fill out, ladies and gentlemen, with 4 different questions on them. Okay? So let me go through, let me explain this to you, and then I will give you time to go in back and do it, and I will explain why we are going to go in back and why we are going to do it back there. So this is your first slide in here, ladies and gentlemen, and it is a question, and it is a mathematical question. It is a logic question. There is only one correct answer for this question. The cage in the Electron City Zoo is full of pigs and peacocks. Now, these are not mutant pigs. These are not mutant peacocks. These are everyday pigs and peacocks. So, let's get something straight about a pig, ladies and gentlemen. How many eyes does a pig have? 2. How many legs does a pig have? 4. So, nothing unusual about the pigs and peacocks, okay? Thank you, sir.
I thought peacocks had 2 legs.
Peacocks also have 2 legs. But how many eyes do what did I get? Did I say a pig had 2 legs?
No, you said pig had 4.
Pig had 4. Peacock does have 2. How many eyes does a peacock have? 2. So we're not talking about any mutant peacocks with a 3rd eye in the middle of their forehead. Somebody once asked, well, aren't those things on their feathers called eyes? No, they're not. So 2 eyes for a pig, 2 eyes for a peacock. 4 legs for a pig, 2 legs for a peacock. In the cage, there are a total of 44 legs and 32 eyes. You have to figure out, to make 44 legs and 32 eyes, how many pigs there are in the cage and how many peacocks. Okay? And on here, you are going to type in how many there are. There is only one correct answer. Now, I have a space over here for you to insert a picture of your work. We're going to ask you to do your work somewhere else, and then we will talk about it. Yes?
Is it the same amount, or is it a different amount?
That you have to figure out. Okay? But here's what I will tell you. There is only one correct amount.
For both of them?
Well,
So 2
there have to be so many of these
Uh-huh.
and so many of these, and there's only one way you can do it. Okay? So you can't be like, well, I've got 8 pigs and 3 peacocks, and somebody else like, well, I've got 10 10 peacocks and three pigs. There's only one way it can be done. Okay? One way it can be done. Now, when you're doing this problem, there is one good place to start and one not so good place to start. They get you taken care of?
They said it's going to take 24 hours.
Okay. All right. Come on in. Have a seat. All right? So, one answer. Question number 2. You have 4 men in a row. Now, there is a brick wall between the first person over here and the 3 people over here. These people are not allowed to turn their heads, and they can only see what is in front of them. There is no X-ray vision. There is no hole in this brick wall where they can see through it. This person can only see the brick wall. This person can only see the brick wall. This person can see the person ahead of them in the brick wall. This person can see the 2 people ahead of him. What? Well, he can see the brick wall too. Okay? The point is, this one cannot see them and they cannot see him. Now, the 4 men are standing in a line as shown and they cannot turn their heads. There's a brick wall between A and B. And they cannot see through the brick wall. They can't look over it. They can't look around it. Nothing like that. They know that they each have on 1 hat and that there are 4 hats. 2 of them are black and 2 of them are white. No, they can't look at the bill inside. They can't see the color at the top. They cannot see what color hat they are wearing. They can only see what they can see from their position in line.
So they can't even tell what color they have on?
No. But this person at least can see the person in front of him. And this person can see the 2 people in front of him. Okay? Now, he doesn't know what color he has on, but he can see the other 2 people. This person can only see the brick wall. This person can only see the brick wall. Okay? If they want to get out of the line, one person has to call out what color hat they have on, and they cannot be guessing. They have to know for sure what color hat they have on. And then all 4 men can leave and go about their way. There is only one person who can call out for sure what color hat they have on. Your 4 choices are A, B, C, or D. You have to tell me which one you think it is and why that person can call out what color hat they have on. Okay? So think about it. Think about what they can see. Think about what they can't see. Over here, give me your answer. Which person, A, B, C, or D, calls out, I have this color hat on, and they know for sure that is the color hat they have on. And how they know.
You're not supposed to answer?
No, you're gonna do it in your computer in just a minute. Okay? All right. That's number 2. Number 3. I have a jar of marbles in the back here, ladies and gentlemen. I am not asking you to tell me how many marbles there are. There are 276 in here. Already know the answer to that. Why? Because I counted them when I put them in here. Here you go. What I want to know is ways that you could figure out how many marbles there are in here. Scientific ways. Okay, but what are you going to look at about the bottle that'll help tell you how many marbles there are? I understand that. That is not a scientific way. That is looking at the answer that I have written on there. So I'm not asking you to tell me how many there are. What I'm asking you is to tell me a way you might go about finding out how many there are in here.
Can I have another one of those?
Another one of what?
Like, technically speaking, could I have another one of those?
Or just take it out the jar and put it in one by one.
Okay, so you could talk about that, but that's only one way.
I was wondering if those were
3. 3 possible ways of figuring out how many marbles there are in here. Okay? 3 possible ways. Okay? And then finally, ladies and gentlemen, you were probably exposed to CERs when you were in physical science class. And this last slide, ladies and gentlemen, has a picture, and I want you to give me your best explanation for how this happened. Okay? How did this car end up on top of this car? I want an explanation for it. But a CER says, okay, what do you think happened in this picture? That's called your claim. How did it get this way? What about the picture makes you believe that that is what happened? And is there anything in the picture that you would expect to see that is missing or out of place? Now, I will be very honest with you. I grabbed this picture offline. I don't even know how they got this way. But I can give you a claim as to what I think happened, and I can give you some evidence as to why I think that claim is correct. So, here's what's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to take your computers with you. You're going to go back to one of the 4 lab stations in the back, and you're going to answer all 4 of these questions. Now, hold on one second. To help you, hang on. Honest, I'm almost done. For the first question about the pigs and the peacock, the second question about the guys in the line, if you need to write out some things for these problems, work on the problem for pigs and peacocks, maybe draw some pigs and peacocks and count them up, whatever. These, ladies and gentlemen, are chalk markers. You can take them to your table, to your lab stations, and you can write on your lab stations with these. And when you're done, all you have to do is go to the sink, wet a towel, come over and wipe it off. This is your eraser. So, 2 things. 1, at your lab station. Don't mess with the equipment that is there, and especially do not move the balances that say do not move. If you want to use these to write on the table to reason things out, you are welcome to. Go to work, ladies and gentlemen. You need to get this done and answered. You've got 15 minutes. That's a little under 4 minutes a slide. So you can pick a slide. If you do not have your computer with you, you can still go back with the group. You can grab a sheet of paper. You can write things down on the paper and eventually put it in the computer when you get the chance. Okay? But go back to, go to that station right there. So go back to a lab station, please. You can either use a half paper or a full paper, whichever. Okay? All right. Please go to work. If you have, sorry, sir. If you have questions, I will be more than happy to come over and help.